Today we find ourselves at Engine Company 16 on 13th Street, northwest between K and L Streets, just north of Franklin Park. This firehouse was designed in 1935 as a showpiece among city firehouses, and it is on the National Register of Historical Places. It is also the largest of the city firehouses and the only one with 4 bays, hence its nickname, the Big House, not to be confused with the football stadium of the same name at the University of Michigan. In 2016, the interior spaces were renovated, the bays widened, the cupola restored, and a copy of the original copper weather vane mounted on the cupola. The 4 bays house 2 ambulances in the outer bays, a tower ladder, and an engine in the center. The second floor houses conference rooms and bunk rooms where the firefighters and emergency medical staff remain while on duty. The third floor includes workspace for senior officers at the Fire and Emergency Medical Services, known by its acronym FEMS. The staff here, about 25, is about evenly divided between responders who are black and those who are white, a much more positive ratio than one finds among many city responder staffs that remain predominantly white. This staff is 80% male and 20% female, and many are Catholic. Our visit here today concludes our 6-week reflection on the reality of human suffering and the hope of resurrection that the Easter season presents us. We saw Nunziato di Perna's plaque on L Street and realized that his memory lives on there and at graveside in Mount Olivet Cemetery. We saw the bees making honey among the mausoleums at Congressional Cemetery. We experienced Hell on Wheels at Arizona Avenue and Canal Road. And last week, St. Gertrude took us on a tour of her heavenly garden. In today's visit, we confront a world where some of us have the luxury of medical insurance, access to medical services, and our own doctors, dentists, and professionals. Not all are so blessed, but these latter receive extraordinary care and assistance from the men and women who staff the district fire and emergency medical services. In today's gospel, from the final chapter of John, Jesus asks Peter 3 times, "Do you love me?" When Peter replies that he does, Jesus tells him to feed his sheep, tend his flock, and feed his lambs. Peter does so to the max, being crucified for his efforts. The men and women who staff this firehouse do the same in large and small ways at all hours of the day and the night. They provide primary care for many who have no such access. They assist people who experience cardiac arrests, those short of breath, those too weak to get up, and those who have been stabbed or shot and are bleeding profusely. The staff helps people who live in misery and miserable circumstances, amidst the scourges of drug abuse, untreated mental illness and violence, and always with little hope of relief. Jesus could not have asked for more, and Peter could not have responded more generously than the staff here. Their mission statement calls on them to preserve life, to promote happiness, health, and safety through excellent pre-hospital treatment and transportation, fire prevention, fire suppression, and rescue activities, and homeland security awarenesses. We might feed these generous responders and tend to them through our prayers, that they remain physically safe in their work, and emotionally and psychically strong as they see the unimaginable of human life. Let's offer them our recognition for the services they offer to our community, unseen though often heard, giving their best and sometimes their all that we might live in safety and peace. They walk through the valley of the shadow of death and need enormous amounts of help. The Lord, the Good Shepherd, is certainly with them, and responding to their physical needs requires people of goodwill who are physically present to them, and these men and women certainly are.